Today we're looking at balancing equations when you have pronumerals on both sides. Now previously we've only dealt with a letter on one side of the equation, and now you can see there are variables on both sides. So how we balance equations when there are letters on both sides is you want to get the letters on one side and the numbers on the other, and then we simplify. Like previous, we call it isolating the variables. So we have an equation. It has 5y equals 3y take 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that positive 3y and I'm going to take it from both sides. Now we know that 3y take 3y equals 0, so we're left with negative 2. And 5y take 3y equals 2y. Now I want 1y, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And we want that to be positive. And negative 2 divided by 2 equals negative 1. Now you could substitute that in to check that that equation works for both sides. Let's have a look at the next one. 15y take 8 equals negative 12y. So what we're going to do is write the equation down, and then we're going to decide what's going to go. Now you can notice we have a y on the right hand side and on the left. I'm going to get that positive 15y, and I'm going to take 15y from both sides. 15y take 15y equals negative 8, and negative 12 take 15 is negative 27y. Again, we're going to divide it by negative 27 because we want a positive value for y. Now negative 8 divided by negative 27 gives us 0.296. I'm going to go with 0.3 rounded. Let's look at the next problem. 6 take 2y equals negative 7y. I'm going to write the equation down. I'm going to decide what's going to move. So I'm going to take that negative 2y and I'm going to add it to both sides. Remember, the opposite of negative 2y is plus 2y. Now negative 2y plus 2y equals 0, so we're left with 6, and negative 7y plus 2y is negative 5y. Dividing both sides by negative 5, and 6 divided by negative 5 is negative 1.2. If you would prefer to put that into a fraction, that would be negative 6 over 5. But again, a decimal is fine. Let's look at the next one. 2x plus 3 equals 8 take 3x. So what I'm going to do is I'll write the equation again, and then I'm going to decide are the letters on the left or are the letters on the right. So I'm going to move this negative 3x and I'm going to put the letters on the left hand side. So the opposite of take negative 3x is plus 3x to both sides. So I'm left with 8 because negative 3x plus 3x equals 0. And we're left with 5x plus 3 equals 8 because I've put those two like terms together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that plus 3 and I'm going to take 3 at both sides. 3 take 3 is 0. Therefore 5x equals 5. Dividing by 5, because remember we only want 1x, and that equals 1. Let's look at the next one. Negative 2x plus 7 equals 4x plus 19. I'm going to do the exact same thing as before and get the pronumerals on the left. So I'm going to move the positive 4x. The opposite is taking 4x to both sides. Now 4x take 4x equals 0, so we're left with 19 on the right. We need to find our like terms. Negative 2x take 4x is negative 6x. Plus 7 equals 19. Again, now we're going to move that plus 7. Opposite of adding 7 is taking 7 from both sides. And negative 6x equals 19 take 7, which is 12. Divide both sides by negative 6 to get a positive value of x, and 12 divided by negative 6 equals negative 2. The last one. So we have brackets here, and we expand them just like we normally do using our distributive law. 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 2 is 10. Now you would balance this equation just like you would before. So I'm going to move the 2x onto the other side. The opposite of plus 2x is taking 2x off both sides. 2x take 2x equals 0, so we're left with 5. Let's look at our like terms. 5 take 2x equals 3x take 10. Now we want to get our take 10, or our negative 10. Write that again. We're going to add 10 to both sides to balance the equation. We're left with 3x equals 15, because negative 10 plus 10 equals 0. Dividing both sides by 3, and x equals 5. So that is how you balance equations when you have pronumerals or letters on both sides. Thank you very much.